What's going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems. It is the day before Labor Day, the night before Labor Day, and wanted to touch base with you guys because I have a very busy early week next week, and who knows the next time I'm gonna make. Put up another one of these informative videos, but I did put out two, if you guys just saw it. But yeah, we got a lot of crazy shit going on. We got fires here in Los Angeles. Then you got the whole thing going down in Texas. The weather is it's insane right now. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. Some of the pictures from both events are pretty insane. Very different. You have giant floods, and then you have smoldering, just burning ash mountains. So I'm not gonna lie, the burning mountains did look kind of sick, but that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about being uncomfortable. What the hell am I talking about? Being uncomfortable, Joey. I thought I was supposed to be comfortable at all times because lifting is not a hard thing to do. It's like sleeping or laying down on a pillow or something. No, I'm not specific. I mean, especially when you're trying to get tight on the deadlift, it can be a little uncomfortable. And holding heavy weights hurts. But what I'm talking about is just putting a lot on your plate to kind of achieve something special. Now, when you hear that, it's like, wow, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. It can be. It depends a lot on the person. It depends a lot on how you're built, what you've been through, what kind of adversity have you faced to help you become the person you are today. I'm going to give you a couple examples with me. It's happened many, many times in my life. But one financial example, I can remember when I just moved back here from Kansas. I think I got a new car because my other one was messed up, so I had no choice, and the payments were a little bit higher than I could handle. And at the same time, I broke my phone, and I ended up getting convinced to get the newest iPhone at the time. I think it was like the 4 or the 5, way back in the day. It's crazy how much smaller they used to be. Well, they went from big to small, and now they're going big again. But at the time, and I was living on my own and paying for just a lot of things, and at the time, I didn't have a way. There is no way at the moment of me doing all those things, that I could. I can't pay for this. There's no way I can pay for this. But I had some time, and I felt like I could fill that time with things that could help me pay for it. And, I figured it out. I got a bunch of different jobs, and I was able to make my ends meet. And I remember at that particular moment, I was not the person I am today. But I remember saying, damn, I made it happen. I had one or two things could have happened. I could have fucked up, screwed up my credit, not paid my shit. Or I could rise to the occasion and make it happen. It seems like kind of common sense, right? An even more recent example is in I think the last two nationals. Every nationals, there's always some story about me having to fucking survive somehow and get it done. I remember the first nationals that I'm thinking of, 2015. I got off the plane, got immediately to the venue, and my lifter, Shorty Sedang, you guys might know him, he was just squatting. Right when I got there, he had finished his opener. And I was able to, call the rest of his meet, but I was probably the most tired I had ever been. I said hi to some people, and then I knocked out, and then I ended up coaching and then competing, and I got it done. You figure out a way to get it done. The next year, same shit. Before the 2016 National, I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, damn, I have all these lifters I'm coaching, and all these like working with Jesse and working with John and working with Grant Higa. You know, all my juniors have close matchups, and you know who's going to go to Worlds, da 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 da. And it was a very nerve wracking thing, and I think that's just my humanity saying, "Oh shit, look what I have coming up." But then when nationals rolls around, you fucking kill it. You know what I mean? We got it done. You know, like it was one of the, like, the perfect result, nearly perfect result. And that just, you know, it's not perfect because you can't control who shows up. All we can do is do what we do. And if we go 9 for 9 and leave everything on the platform and somebody beats us by 5 pounds, I mean, like, you know what I mean? What can you do? And you have to live with, you have to know when it's okay to take a loss. It's depending on how you look at it, it might not even be a loss. I ended up working with damn near 30 people that weekend. I was on my feet more in that week than I think I ever had been doing anything powerlifting related. And you know, I look back after that weekend and it's like, damn, I got a lot of shit done. I feel like, you know, I can handle anything. Obviously, there's way worse shit that I've been through that's made me feel that way, but just from a like business standpoint, from like my profession, because this is what I do for a living. It was like a very daunting task to look at it from far away, and then to have gotten it done. It just empowers you with, you know, confidence, experience, and so many other things. And a lot of, like, I always talk about your humanity, how you feel, and the doubt or worries that may be there. That's normal, even if it's small. It's nice that it's good that you're aware of it. It's almost like a defense, something to be aware of, so you don't make a mistake or screw up. When really it's not gonna happen. Like, if you put enough time into preparation, you can almost predict, and like the outcome is already determined before you've even done it. I have said this before, but I haven't said it in a while. But when you're prep, going back to, you know, how you guys can take something away from this video, because I want you guys to be able to take something away from all my videos. If you have a perfect, like a great prep, if everything goes, you know, as good as it can go, aside from the, you know, little ups and downs and knickknacks here and there, but your technique is dialed in, you're on the same page with your coach, and you know, like, you're confident, like I give my lifters, let's say you're one of my lifters, I give you the plan and you're like, I'm really confident in these numbers. I feel like I have hit the numbers in training to justify these numbers, and my technique is dialed in, you know, due to the repetition and the time and the effort and everything that we put in. And, you know, on meet day, you're literally not going to have to think, like, I'm going to put a number on the bar. You're just going to go out there, and as soon as you step on the platform, it's like automatic. You know what I mean? So it's like something, it's like your mind is there, and you're aware of what's happening, but you don't have to control anything. Like, it's so hard to explain it. It's like something else takes over, and you just get it done. You hit every lift, you know, you leave it. I pride myself in that. Since I've been in the USAPL, I remember every lift I've ever missed, and it was like, it's either twice it was a third deadlift. I've never ever missed a bench ever before, and one time, I believe, in the USAPL, one time only I've missed one squat. It was a third squat. So I would love to give that to everybody listening to this video. I would love to empower you guys to get to a point where you never miss. You can hit exactly what you need to hit, and you never miss. Even if you narrow it down to one number or another, you know, that's close. That's really close. There are very, very few people that are going to be in a position where they absolutely need to, you know, hit a number to win. If you do not hit this number, you lose. You know, and for a world spot or something of that magnitude. I hope that makes sense. Granted, like at local, it's like, yeah, if you want to beat someone, that's fine. But unless you compete and feel the weight of like you work your entire year or however long many years of your life to get to this one competition, this one national, and you need to execute. You have to execute, because if you don't, freaking John Hack might come back and no 83s will go to Worlds or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not talking to anyone specific. I'm using him as an example. Or Jesse Norris might come back, or somebody might show up, and the circumstances could be different. So it's a lot of pressure almost to say, I have to do this thing, or I have to achieve this goal or hit this total, and it's almost like a double-edged sword. And this comes down. This is such a complicated topic. It comes down to the type of person and what kind of personality you're dealing with. If you're the type of person that gets stressed out very easily and you don't do well under stress, then you want to be as automatic as possible, and you just kind of, even if you kind of have nerves, just kind of execute and hope that your technique is drilled enough to where it can kind of overcome your nerves. Like, you could be nervous as hell and still hit a lift. Whereas I like to think of myself like this. I know for certain John Hack is like this, because I've seen him do it, and he's just been phenomenal in doing this. Where you can, and I use John as an example because at his 2016 World Championship, going against Bray Gibbs, it's a lifter that the guy is like a killer. You know what I mean? He's passionate. He's a freak. He's very, very strong. He's hit colossal numbers in the gym, and John could have easily folded, like many competitors have before, under the pressure of, if I lose to this guy, it's going to be all over YouTube. It's going to be all over Instagram. I'm going to have to answer to my parents and this person and this person. I cannot tell you guys. I've done a lot of competitive things in my life, not just powerlifting, right? And getting first is incredible, and then getting second, it's like nobody gives a shit. Like, it's so weird how that works out. So he could have lost, but he didn't, and he rose to that occasion, and he did well. And then even him competing at the U.S. Open, he went against enhanced lifters. Like, you're literally going into the situation at a disadvantage, and he freaking tied with Ben Pollock. Grant, we had one mistake on squat, one little thing, and that's because he had never used knee wraps. Like, one little thing ended up costing us, but he corrected on his third. Tons more in the tank, which is kind of nice to know, but, I mean, can't do anything about it. To tie, arguably the best 83 kg lifter in the world, regardless of natty or not, and then lose on Wilkes, holy fuck, like, that sends a message. And going back to the title of this video, just putting yourself in those stressful situations, putting yourself in those high pressure, anyone that's played football at any level or basketball and had to, put the team on their back, like, you either rise to the occasion and you ascend and you, like, become a better person because of it. Like, you become that fucking, you might have a performance that you're like, damn, like, I went through some shit and I got it done, or you're gonna crumple. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen in pro sports. I've seen, guys that try to put the team in their back and they fuck up or whatever. But it's like, it's not even something that, it's something you can try to emulate, and I believe it's it's way easier to say than do, for sure. But one thing I do like to do, what I try to do with everyone listening to this video, especially my guys, is empower them and give them the tools to overcome those stressful situations, to believe in their training, to believe in their technique, to believe in me and the process, and know that on the day they're going to be the best that they can, and they're going to execute to the best of our abilities, and you're going to be better because of it. You're going to look back, like I was giving those real world examples where you have this financial burden or this powerlifting goal or this huge thing in front of you, this obstacle in front of you, and really how you choose to, like I give myself no option, and I think I've been able to do well by taking on a lot of responsibilities and just overcoming them. Granted, I've had to work up to this point, but I think I'm at a point now where even when shit goes wrong, I don't freak out. I don't panic. I just, okay, like, this is the situation, let's solve it and move. You know what I mean? We got to keep it moving at all costs. So, even if you miss a lift, like, I should probably make a whole video on this, but if you miss a squat, right? Let's say you miss a third squat, fucking kills your momentum. It sucks. But you got to have a short-term memory. Move on to the next play. Move on to the next lift. It's time to bench now. All right, fuck it. Even if you hit a good squat, hell yeah, I hit a good squat. Fuck yeah, that was a good-ass third squat. I never hit that before. All right, time to bench. Move to the next thing. You know what I mean? You just gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it moving. I could literally talk about this topic for 2 hours straight. Touched on it a little bit with, oh my God, what is his name? I totally forgot his name. I just did a podcast with him. What is his name? Kyle Hunt. Touched on it a little bit with him, and I'm going to post that on here. He gave me permission. I'm going to let him post it first, get a couple of clicks, and then I'll do it next. But there's a lot of keys in that video that I want you guys to take from. My dogs are barking, which means it's time for me to go. Everybody, have a safe Labor Day. Thank you so much for listening. We are 6 weeks out from Raw Nationals. I know the busiest weeks of my life, I keep saying that every year, are up ahead. But I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. I want it to happen. This is the fucking shit that I live for. Let's kill it. Kill it. Whether you're doing nationals or whether you're training or whether you're not even competing or whether you compete or whatever. Take the keys from this video and apply it to your own shit and make it happen. All right, guys, I'm going to stop rambling. Love you, and be safe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.